How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome to the channel and welcome to an incredible Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Now, I don't throw that word incredible around like it's nothing. I mean it. And I mean it because there are some incredible new things coming to this game. Season 3 is here in Dragonheir Silent Gods, and with it, we get a bunch of new systems, a lot of new content. This has got to be about as exciting a moment as the game has ever had. Honestly, so much is coming. We are getting a new familiar system. That's a system where basically you have cool pets that fight alongside you. It is very unique. It is very cool. These guys are really strong. Also, to allow you to get the eggs to hatch those incredible familiars, there's a brand new piece of really fun, really challenging content called the Fallen Shadow Spire. This is a tower defense mode, and it is actually a tower you climb up. And as you beat different levels, you're getting special eggs that fuel the familiar system. You're gonna go hatch those eggs, get the new familiars, and have an absolute blast. We also are inherently going to have a lot new strategy in the system. We're getting new pairings of affinities. We're also getting new schools of heroes, and they're really strong. They're actually super OP. So you'll have a lot of new heroes to get with new synergies, new styles. You'll find new ways to dominate the game. If you're not yet playing Dragonheir Silent Gods, download it today using my link in the description and the top pinned comment. Then you'll really understand everything I'm talking about, and you will understand why I am so excited. Use that link in the description or the top pinned comment. Get playing today. And of course, thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video. Also, if you're a returning player, this is as good a time as ever to start playing again and come back to the game. In your first week back, you can claim up to 120 free pulls. That is no joke, and that is crazy. In your first month, you can get up to 360 free draws. On top of all of that, when you come back, there will be this new event, the Awakening of the Spring of Iskaland, and you can get this phenomenal OP legendary support Eladia 100% for free by following the quest line. It's all pretty crazy right now. Definitely the perfect time to come back to the game. But okay, without further ado, there is a lot to get into. I have to show you all the new systems, all the new content. I didn't even mention the brand new Temporal vortex boss. That's a total makeover, brand new exclusive rewards. It's a brand new fight. It's really hard. There's a lot higher difficulties in it, but it's really cool. Okay, guys, let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
So, the keen eye may have noticed behind me during my whole intro spiel that, yeah, I'm already at the Temporal Vortex. So let's hang out here, let's give it a look, and here we go, Darwin's Realm. This is a crazy fight. Honestly, this is not going to be a gameplay video breaking down the fight, but I have to give you a sneak peek just so you can see what's going on here. Call it a teaser. This gives you a sense of what's coming your way. This is a three-headed, floating, basically just a head monster. I don't even know what you'd call that, but each one presents its own challenge. Like I said, there are new signature rewards you're going to earn here, really exclusive stuff. It's pretty fun. Also, I wanted to mention earlier, so let me mention it now. If you're in America and you're searching for Dragonheir Silent Gods and you're typing it in because for some reason you didn't just use my fantastic link in the description, the top pinned comment, make sure if you're on the App Store or the Google Play Store to actually search for Dragonstride Legacy Reborn. Anywhere else in America outside of those two platforms like Steam or just on PC, it's going to be Dragonheir Silent Gods, and everywhere else in the world, obviously, it's Dragonheir Silent Gods. There you go. We just had a head switch, so you can really see how the battle changes, how it revs up. This is just a teaser. I don't want to break it down too much. I do want to get into the Spire. We have actual Spire content coming. I'm going to beat the first level with you guys. So let's check that out right now. You can see I did pretty good. I got an S. This was the first level. We ended it early too. Before we head into the Spire though, before we get into the whole familiar system, I do want to quickly shout out the new synergies in the game, right? The new pairings. We know in Dragonheir Silent Gods, or maybe you don't, so let me tell you now, the affinity pairings change every season. So with Season 3, you will see that we now have Ice paired with Poison for the Devitalization affinity. Then we have Fire paired with Radiance for the Incandescence affinity. And finally, we have Lightning paired with Necrosis for the Vertigo Infinity. Shout out to all my Hitchcock fans. So those are the new pairings. Let's quickly go to the gallery so I can show you the new schools. We have 3 new schools and they are looking really cool. Obviously with the new schools, we're getting new heroes and the new heroes are crazy. So let's start with the Aura school. Let's just look at the legendaries here. We've got Diantha. We love it. And we've got Linkos. This is a big boy. Big little serpentine flowery man. And then we've got Amon Leda. I actually think I might have said that right. Looking pretty dang beautiful. That is going to be our Aura school. Let's go down to Shadow now. Here we can see Aspalta, the assassin. We've got Daphne. And finally, we have Ozul. Wow, this guy looks insane. He looks like a final boss from some other kind of game. Looks crazy. Finally, we've got Corrosion. I really, really, really like this school. Here we got Sacradea. Then next up, we have Whisk. And finally, we've got Rook. And this obviously is the character I want. The big boy riding, I don't even know what that is, some kind of possessed, kind of just looks like a little rat riding a much larger demented rat. We love it though. We really do. Okay, let's get into that new content. The familiar system is going to be the core of this season. And to participate in it, you're going to have to play a lot of really fun new content. That is going to come with the Fallen Shadow Spire. So if we go over here, let's hop in. Also, before we do, let me show you. This obviously comes with its own ranking rewards. You get all these special things for the top placements. If you're wondering what the heck this is a very rare level 3 familiar egg. So this is going to be one of the ways to earn the highest rarity eggs. Those give the highest rarity familiars. I'll show you the familiar gallery in a second. But first things first, let's take on the Fallen Shadow Spire. Let me just swap in the units that I've actually geared. Just one moment. All right, thank you for your patience, and let's get into it. So as you can see, this is going to be a tower defense style mode. We're lining our units up. Is this the optimal way to do it? Who knows? Time will tell. But we line them all up. We get them in good positions. We have good synergies. We can gear them out. And then you will see we take on all the units running our way. So this is obviously the first level. It's not going to be the hardest stage in the Spire. But as soon as we beat this, we're already going to get an egg, right? And we can already use that, go over to the island, and hatch a familiar. So we got one little sneaky guy getting through, but looks like we're doing well enough at this point as we take it on. You can see they're tracking our progress up here as well. Now they're really coming. Here's a big baddie, some kind of rock golem. Doing pretty well, though, for a quick equip team. I went with a little wild synergy here. Always like the wild school. We're up to a B grade now. We'll see how high we can really get. I'll actually stop yapping for a second. I'll put this on like 5x. Actually, as I said, I don't think I have to. I think we're kind of getting overrun right now. Yeah, there we go. All right, complete. Not too shabby though, right? At least I beat it. We got a B. Definitely worse. I was looking at the top rankings of some of the other people on the test server. Someone had like 4,000 points. So not my best, but I think it's good enough that we collect some rewards. And let's see what we get from them. Hopefully we get an egg. And we got Familiar Essence. We got an egg surprise. Okay, that's awesome. So we're guaranteed one egg. Little Essence of Creation too, and then some boosted hatching tickets. So I think this will speed up how quickly we can hatch our familiars when we go to the island. So let's actually head over there. Final thing before I do, you'll see you get a certain number of challenge tickets, these Sunlit Shadow Caskets, which you can use to enter this challenge and fight. But that's enough fighting for this video because I want to go actually hatch one. When you get into Season 3, you'll see in your camp, we've got a beautiful mermaid, merfolk lady waiting for us, and she explains that we have to go to the island to hatch our stuff. I already did that when I was clicking around. So you can see now I'm at the island, and right behind my big fat head, we're going to see ready to hatch. We go to the hatchery, and we can load in an egg. Actually, let me tell you something. That's an egg she gave me when I chatted with her in the camp. If we want to hatch the egg I just got from beating that first stage, from getting that incredible B grade of 121 points or whatever in the Spire, we have to go to our pack over here, and we've got to open it and see. So this is that Familiar Egg Surprise Chest 1. We can get either a Familiar Egg 2, or I'm assuming this is going to be a Familiar Egg 1. So we already have one Familiar Egg 1. That's what you just saw, the one she gave me at the camp. Let's use this now and see what we get. Of course, we get the Egg 1, not the Egg 2. I won't complain. Let's go to the hatchery now. You can see I need to unlock more spots eventually so I can have multiple getting ready to hatch at a time. But for now, let's do this. Let's put it in, and I should be able to speed up. I have just my 2 tickets. Let me look around. I bet you can find more tickets to buy. Well, here you go. This is the test server after all, and you can see I have 101,000 Familiar Essence. This was one of the things that just dropped, by the way, when we beat that level. You use these Familiar Essences in the Familiar shop, and one of the things you can buy here, up to 10 times, are the familiar hatching boost tickets, and we're buying 10 at a time. So let's just max it out. We've got plenty. That should be 100 tickets. Indeed it is. Each one of these, I think, should speed up the hatching process by 5 minutes. So we have more than enough. Let's speed this thing up. It's going to take 22. Yeah, each one's 5 minutes. 22 times 5, that's 110 minutes. That makes up for everything else. And now we can obtain what we get from this egg. So let's see what we hatched. There we go. It is the Bronze Rollbot. He's a B grade on attack, a B grade on HP. This is his special ability. He is reducing all ally damage taken by 3%, and that's a cool thing. These familiars are basically like a sixth member of your team for different content. They come in, they can kind of do their own thing. They have their own stats, and they have their special effects. So for him, it's going to be his mechanical defense. You can see down here, this is his actual active skill. It's a spell called Whirling Gyre, and he's going to spin his flywheel. After 2 seconds, he deals some true damage based on the target's max HP. So he is just providing a great bonus to the teams you already had. He's going to be there now. You got your little buff here. Some of these guys can also put debuffs on the enemies, and then with his actual effect, it's got the initial charge, complete charge. It's not going to be going all the time, but when he does do it after a 2-second delay, one of the things he's capable of doing is that he can deal some true damage off of the enemy's max HP. That's strong in any gacha game. That is excellent. And he has an additional effect. He has a 20% chance of dispelling 1 buff from the target. Then finally, each time he casts this spell, Whirling Gyre, he's going to increase his damage, and he increases the chance that he has to dispel the buffs. So really, really, really strong stuff. And this is like the baby version. This is as basic as it gets. I'll give you one final little sneak peek here. There's a new gallery in the game. Yes, we have our hero gallery, but we also have the familiar gallery. And you can get a look at all the familiars in the game. So I think one of the coolest right now is the vulture. And you'll see each one of these has different rarities within that familiar species or class or whatever you want to think of it as. So if we start at the epic, we have the Highland Vulture. What are the talents? That's going to depend on when you hatch it. Here's the spell. Then we've got the legendary Cliff Vulture. Here's the next spell. And finally, the mythic Sunfire Vulture. Here's the next spell. The reason I'm saying here's the next spell is because with these familiars at the higher rarities, the bit of text in the yellow or gold is increasing. So you can see at the epic level, during the buff, 12% of any overhealing is converted into true damage, and it is distributed evenly among enemies. At legendary, that goes up to 18%, and then at mythic, it goes all the way up to 24%. So pretty dang strong stuff. These guys are just a total bonus to your team. It adds a whole new layer into the strategy and gameplay within Dragonheir Silent Gods. So there we go. I think we got a really good taste of the new kinds of heroes coming into the game with the new schools, the new affinity pairings. Obviously, we talked a lot about the familiar system and the brand new mode, the Fallen Shadow Spire, and how you conquer that to fuel your progress within the new familiar system, getting better and better eggs, getting more essence for the familiar shop. The whole thing just kind of is very symbiotic. And then I gave you that little taste of the new Temporal Vortex boss, that great river god, Dawan, that we're all gonna have to take out. Those exclusive rewards there are gonna be really, really cool. The final thing I gotta show you with regard to the new Season 3 stuff is not really a show you. I kind of talked about it already, but it is the new perks for returning players. So if you're coming back, they're just throwing summons at you. You get up to 120 draws in your first week. Then it's up to 360 in your first month. That is some premium summoning, and they're just giving it to you for free as a thank you for coming back. Also, you'll get to move through this quest line and work towards the Spring of Iskalind, Aladia over here. And she's going to be a super strong support. She's a unique Season 3 hero. She's also relevant to the story. She is going to be a support style unit, and she is from this season, the Devitalization Affinity, right? Because she's ice, and now she's paired with poison. So I think we actually covered a lot of cool stuff there. So if you're thinking of coming back, if you want to start playing now, it is as good a time as ever. What a good time to mention the link in the description and the top pinned comment. I do have one more super fun thing to show you though, and that is this bad boy over here. They have launched the Team Challenge event. This is going to keep running until December 2nd, and you can team up with some of your friends for excellent shared rewards. You're going to team up in groups of 3. You will complete team challenge quests and fill up your mini bank to claim great rewards. Just from those team challenge quests, you can get over 3,000 Dragon Crystal coupons. Additionally, as you're doing everything as a team and succeeding, you'll be filling up your piggy bank. And everyone is going to share that pool of rewards. And that pool can grow to up to 10,500 Dragon Crystals as well that you guys all share. 10.5k Dragon Crystals. So you and then 2 other players are going to join together, and you can get some excellent stuff. As you get those coupons, you can get amazing packs, so on and so on. So if you've got some friends playing the game or you want to make some friends, team up and get these incredible rewards that are available to you and your team by completing the team challenge. This Team Up for Treasure event is wild. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Season 3 in Dragonheir Silent Gods is going to be a ton of fun. And do not sleep on that Team Up for Treasure event. That's a lot of extra fun as well. The familiar system, the new Fallen Shadow Spire, the new Great River God Dawan Temporal Vortex boss, the new rewards for returning players. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of meat on this bone. So if you're not yet playing Dragonheir, start doing it now. Use my link in the description in the top pinned comment to download Dragonheir Silent Gods today. I've been Fastidious. Thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for watching. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.